I too am here in Houston, Texas, where Hurricane Beryl came through here like a wrecking ball, knocking out the power for nearly 3 million people originally. It's still, I guess, a little under 2 million customers that are without power, which means that we are without air conditioning, lights, or any of that other stuff, right? And so with that, we don't know when it's going to come on. They said several days. So for me, it could be today. It could be God knows when. Am I upset about it? A little bit, but I want to say this. I see a lot of people talking about they're uncomfortable, it's hot, and this, that, and the other. They don't have an air conditioner. Do you think it's just you? Do you think that Hurricane Beryl came through here and said, I'm going to target them. I want to make them hot. And the other thing, as I reflect on what it is to be uncomfortable, I think for a long time, we in society have been made comfortable to a fault. Because when I was coming up, we didn't have TV on all day long. Some people didn't even have air conditioning, right? You just toughed it out or whatever that was. Now, admittedly, back then it wasn't as hot as it is now. But I digress. Like, what does it actually mean to be uncomfortable? What we're going through right now is momentarily. But do y'all know there's some people who didn't have their lights on already because they couldn't pay the light bill? There's some people who didn't have an opportunity for their food to go bad in a refrigerator because they didn't have food before this started. And so for those of us who had to clean out our refrigerator because the power is off and the food went bad, a lot of us are going to be able to go to the store and get some food. Now, will it be everything that you lost? Probably not, but you'll be able to go do that. When the lights come back on, your lights are going to come back on because you were able to pay the light bill. So when you talk about being uncomfortable, you're mad because you're temporarily uncomfortable, and it sucks. We shouldn't have to endure that, but we are. So the other thing is, when we're uncomfortable, we're supposed to reflect on, okay, because I had all these comforts of life, I've been able to watch whatever I want to watch, go to the refrigerator, eat what I want to eat, turn on the air conditioners because I feel a little drop of sweat coming on. Now that we're not able to do that, we're supposed to say, okay, what is it that I should be focused on? Even though it's hot, can I put my uncomfort aside to say, what can I do better? What can I clean? What is it that I can do right now that I wouldn't be able to do because I was comfortable? Sometimes we got to get used to being uncomfortable. Now listen, I'm uncomfortable because I cannot work. I work completely with the internet and I cannot do that. Am I going to stress myself out about it? Hell no. Because I didn't cause Hurricane Beryl. I didn't invite that sucker over here. It came on its own and it did what it did. When the electricity comes back on, the internet gets restored, then I'll get back to business as usual. Until then, I'm going to, settle in a little bit with being uncomfortable. And trust me, I've gotten a lot of stuff done, right? I got a lot of stuff. I've, re-cleaned my house and just a lot of stuff that I probably wouldn't have been able to do because I was comfortable, right? So this too shall pass. But think about the people, because there's somebody, grandma had a tree fall in on her bedroom and she's not going to be here to be uncomfortable. There's a police officer, a black police officer, as a matter of fact, that was on his way to work and he drowned. And you know what? He was probably going to go to work and save somebody who was ungrateful, who was probably out there trying to search for some damn hot wings or something when they told you to stay at home. He lost his life going to work. Several other people who have drowned or had a tree fall in on them, they are not going to be able to be uncomfortable. So I'm just saying, from one uncomfortable person to another, just sit back and reflect, sit down somewhere, but complaining ain't it. Let's be grateful that we are going to be able to be comfortable again.